Let's go to the Discord lines. Phone lines, call them what you want. Let's hear from the people in the audience. At the end of the day, the most important people to the show. DavidPakman.com/Discord is where you can find the Discord. And let's start today with Diego from Jacksonville, Florida. Diego, welcome. What's on your mind today? Diego, welcome. What is on your mind today? And Diego is gone. Let's go next to Paul from St. Louis. Paul from St. Louis, welcome to the program.
Hi, David. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, my friend.
Beautiful. So I had a quick comment about your interview with Mike Lindell. And I know we've beaten this to death already.
Sure.
But I showed that interview to a friend of mine, and he insisted that Mike Lindell, instead of being just unable to come up with his own thoughts and trying to like get these numbers from, what was it, Minnesota?
Wisconsin, I think, in the interview I did with him, yeah.
Yeah, so instead of that, he's just being dishonest. And I said, I don't know. I feel like he really is a true believer and believes what he's saying. But what I would like to see, if you actually do interview him again in the future, is communicate with him ahead of time. Listen, I might ask you about this. I'd like for you to have those numbers in front of you, so that we can actually discuss and like really drill down into what these numbers are telling us.
In a practical sense, it's basically impossible. The community, so that would make sense, like in a logical planet where the communication with him and his team makes sense. But based on the way that these interviews get booked and what the communication's like, that is an impossibility. It's not an unreasonable suggestion. You're making a completely reasonable suggestion. It'll just never happen the way that it's a miracle he even ends up in front of the camera at the time, roughly at the time we've agreed on.
Yeah, I think that is very fair. I do think that in that interview, he was the most lucid I think I've ever seen him.
Well, you know, you're right in a sense, but there's a question of, okay, he sounds articulate and lucid, but at the same time, if he's literally just making the things up as he goes along, it's not real lucidity. And if he's delusionally believing these things, that's also not really lucid. I think what you mean is he just sounded coherent.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Right. No, I agree with you. He did sound more coherent, although the things coming out of his mouth made no sense.
Okay, one more quick question. Is there a time slot that you are booking for him, or is it his people telling you, okay, this is how much time that he has?
So our producer, Pat, handled the logistics. If I recall correctly, the interview was roughly at the normal time we proposed. So it seems to me that we kind of proposed the time and he agreed to it.
Okay. Yeah, because I was wondering if there's a way to, like, you know, instead of like really just let him find those numbers and just sit there until he comes up with them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, everything you're saying makes sense. It's just like when you're actually producing a show, things don't necessarily work out where that's plausible.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's all I had, David.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, a lot of people with a lot of questions about the logistics of the pillow interview and others. I want to tell you about something I use every day because it simplifies my life. I don't have hours to mathematically plan every meal or take multiple different supplements and vitamins to make sure I'm getting exactly what I want to get every single day. And the solution is our sponsor, Athletic Greens product AG1. I've been taking AG1 for over a year. It's just great. It's just one small scoop of AG1 in the morning. I get 75 vitamins, minerals, probiotic, all from whole food sources. It's what I want. It's no more. It's no less. It's no extraneous stuff making wild claims. I drink it straight with water because I like the taste. You can put it in a smoothie or juice or a shake. It's just simple. AG1 is a sustainable routine because it's just one scoop in the morning, takes 1 minute once a day. I know I'm covered and getting what I want. I can really be sure that I am properly nourishing my body with the things I'm trying to get. That's the most important part. Athletic Greens knows I'm a vitamin D guy. I've talked about in the winter, I take vitamin D to make up for the lack of sun exposure. I take that every day as well. I've mentioned it on the show. And so Athletic Greens is giving you a free year of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase when you go to athleticgreens.com/Pacman. The link is down below.